Hey YouTube, today I'm going to show you how I trim my natural hair. Now let me give you a disclaimer. If you feel uncomfortable in any way about cutting your own hair, don't do it. Go to a professional. I'm not sure when, but somewhere along my natural hair journey, I started cutting my own hair. So this is a technique that I use, and I developed it from watching YouTube videos and also watching people cut my hair in the salon. Again, I'm not a professional, but I am comfortable with cutting my own hair. And if I mess it up, I can only be mad at myself. Now, before you cut your hair, it's important to know your hair, especially how it shrinks and the type of shape that you like to have. So for me, my hair is a little bit easier to cut because of how it shrinks. It shrinks a lot at the bottom and doesn't shrink as much at the top. So because of that, I do a lot of layering at the top and not so much at the bottom. So let me just go ahead and get started. So I like to start with blown out hair. It makes it a lot easier to cut the initial shape and to see what I'm doing. So first I'm just going to divide my hair into two sections, a top and a bottom section. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but this is what I have. So I have this bottom section, and I'm not going to layer this section. I'm just going to do a blunt cut at the bottom. So as you can see, my ends are quite raggedy, and this trim is long overdue. And I also have a lot of single strand knots, like so many. So that's another reason why it is time for this trim. Now since my hair is blown out, it's pretty much detangled, but I'm gonna go ahead and gently, very gently detangle it again since it is dry. And now I'm just making sure that my hair is evenly divided, and I'm going to bring it to the front. Now I'm going to be using hair trimming shears or hair cutting shears. You do not want to use your kitchen shears, your kids' safety scissors, your scissors from the office. You want to make sure to use shears simply for hair cutting. First things first, put on your glasses if you're blind like me so you can see what you're doing. So now I'm just making sure that this hair is pulled down as far as possible. I want to cut about an inch off. So now I'm just going to take my scissors and go ahead and cut off that inch straight across. Make sure it's even. Okay. And do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to check to make sure both sides are even. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the top. So to work on the top, I'm going to put the bottom away. Now we're working on the top. Splitting my hair down the middle, gently. And again, I'm going to take my paddle brush and gently detangle. So now I'm going to cut the layers in. And if you like your hair just slightly layered, you would cut down straight like this. But I like my hair very layered. So I am going to cut it at an angle like so. And I'm cutting more than 1 inch this time. Okay, and you can see the angle. And I'm just gonna keep doing this all the way around. Now, the shape of my hair has gotten a lot more triangle-y, so I'm definitely doing more than a dusting. This is really between a trim and a cut. Just checking to see if it's basically even. And it is. This piece in the middle wasn't really even. So we'll just cut that. All right, so I trimmed the bottom, blunt cut, and I just cut some layers into my hair, but I'm not satisfied. I want more layers. So the last step, well, kind of the last step, I just grab hair at the crown, pull it up, forward, and I'm going to trim this. Then after I trim that, I'm going to do a little bit of a point cut to make sure that the layers aren't so blunt. And point cutting is just cutting straight up into the hair instead of across. And now I'm going to do it again, taking a smaller piece from that larger piece, pulling it out, and doing the same exact thing. Told y'all my hair is super thick, so I need layers to keep the shape right. And again, this top section of my hair does not shrink that much at all, so I need to keep it shorter than the rest of my hair to keep my hair from looking like Toad from Mario Brothers. So I'm pulling it forward, cutting straight across, and then going to do a bit of a point cut. Okay, so I think that my hair has much better shape already. Okay, so I'm almost done. Well, I'm lying, I'm not almost done, but I just like to kind of pull it out and see where I feel the shape could be better. And just cut those little pieces. So this is how I trim my natural hair and keep it in a layer type of shape, but I'm not quite done yet. Since I usually wear my hair in a wash and go or some sort of curly style, my trim is not finished until my hair is in its natural curly state. So what I'm gonna do next is go ahead and get this hair wet and in a wash and go, and then I can finish my trim. All right, so I got the wash and go going. So I'm just gonna finish up the trim by looking through it and kind of making sure that the shape is just the way I like it. So I just kind of look through, but like this one could be a little shorter, so I'll just clip that. I just want to make sure it has a nice rounded shape. Let me part it in the middle to make sure that it's even. Actually, I'm really not seeing too much that I want to fix, which is good. What I didn't need to do as much touching up as I thought. I'm happy with this. I really like the way the shape came out. It looked a lot better than before. It was starting to get a little bit more triangle-y. So I'm going to show you the back. And the back is not going to be even though I cut it even, because I did mention that the bottom of my hair shrinks the most, except for this little piece of hair in the middle. It barely shrinks at all. So it's always going to hang lower than the rest of my hair, even if I do cut it blunt at an even length. This piece of hair here is always just going to do what it wants, but this is what the back looks like. So I'm actually pretty happy with this cut. I didn't have to do as much tweaking as I thought I would have to do in its curly state, so that's good. So that is how I trim my natural hair. And again, if you have the slightest reservation about cutting your own hair, don't. Just go to a professional. And if you want to see the final end result of what my hair looks like, be sure to check out my everyday wash and go video. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you curl friends in the next video. Bye.